people ask me, don't do nothing too complicated, so it's hard to find stuff to model that's not too simple, but not too complicated either. So I'm just going to do this from my head. No reference pictures or anything like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in here and I'm going to grab a cylinder. Okay? And let's make a cylinder here. Drag it out like this. I'm going to try and make them both about 320, 330, 310 millimeters. Something like that. Now you can see on the X, on the Y and Z, they're both 310. Okay. Now let's drag this bad boy out a little bit. Let's make it start about right there. Like that. Okay. Spacebar, drop the tool. Let's go in here, go into polygon mode, pick this polygon, hit the B key to bevel, click to activate the tool. Now what I want to do is I'm going to bevel this out a little bit, I think. So I'm going to take this and bevel this out like this. And I'm going to bring it down just a tad. And I'm going to shift click. And we're going to bring it on down like that. That'll make a good little ring around our headphones there. I got these little cheap headphones. They're gone now, but these are the ones that I'm thinking of in my head when I'm doing this kind of thing. So spacebar, drop the tool. Let's look and see what we got here. Not much, huh? But don't worry, we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and let's do a loop slice right around through there with the symmetry. I mean mode free symmetry 2. I mean count of 2 mode free, not symmetry. Okay, that'll help hold that little bit right there a little bit better. So let's go on around here. Let's go back into polygon mode. Let's pick this end polygon and scale this sucker out a little bit like this. Now let's tab it in. Okay, now let's grab this polygon, hit the W key, and let's pull this bad boy out a little bit. Like so. Okay, now we got this little speaker thing going on here. A little padding. Okay. So maybe, let's see here. Let's loop this polygon here. And let's scale it also. Make it a little fatter. Scale it in the X. Just so it has this little roundish looking bump to it, you know. Okay, that's looking, that ain't looking too bad, is it? Spacebar, drop the tool. Okay, now let's go ahead and make something this attaches to. So I guess that would be, let's go back into polygon mode. That would be this here. So I'm going to hit the B key to bevel it, click to activate the tool, and bring it out a little bit like this. Then I'm going to shift click, and let's bring it out like so. Make it about even with the speaker sponge, speaker cushion there, like that. And let's shift click again, and let's bring it in like that. So about that far. Now let's shift click and let's bevel it in some more. Probably about that far, I'm gonna guess. Further than that. Let's go that far. And let's bring it out just a tad. And then I'm gonna shift click and bring it out again. And bring it up like this. Spacebar, drop the tool. Let's go into polygon mode. Now we need to do some refining here. So let's go back into polygon mode. Let's add some loop slices here. Go to our mesh edit. We'll add some loop slices. right along the edge, about 10% from the edge, mode free, count of 2. And let's do this one. We'll do the loop slots here. And let's see what we're getting out of that. Getting a little bit better there. Let's do a loop slice on these also. So it'll give us that edge there that we want. So we have our speaker connected to this. Okay. So let's go in here and do a little bit of tweaking. Actually, I'll take this loop here by selecting 2 in the direction I want to go and hitting the L key. And I'm going to grab that loop here, and I'm going to grab this loop here, and I'm going to grab this loop here. And we'll grab the middle portion. Now we have that whole speaker selected. Let's scale it by hitting the R key. We'll scale it up a little bit so it looks to be a little bigger than the pad looks to be bigger than the holder that it's sitting on. Now you'll see our cord will come out the bottom here. I'm assuming, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, let's go back into polygon mode and let's bevel this end in here. We'll bevel it in like that. Push it back a tad, shift click, and we'll take it on back in. So we'll have an indentation for our speaker to be. Okay, so you can see that's going to be our speaker pad. And let's go back into polygon mode. Let's bevel this edge too. Like I say, I'm taking this as I go. So okay, let's push this back a little bit like that. And let's shift click and bring it out. Like so. Polygon mode. Now we have our this little bump here. Okay. Let me go into my directional light here. And let me just adjust this just a little bit. You all don't have to worry about this. But I want to adjust this around here because as you can see, I can't really tell much about it because of the way the lighting is. So I want to put some lighting on a different part of my model here. Like so. Now let's go ahead. I'm going to get a new mesh. I'm going to select right through here these middle polygons. Like so, just the top middle ones. I'm going to hit Command C to copy them. Now I'm going to go to my new mesh, hit Command V, and I'm going to paste those things. Okay? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this whole thing. I'm going to hit the W key to bring it up a tad. I'm going to hit the R key so I can scale it, and I'm going to scale it right in the middle there. Just a little bit. Maybe out on the sides. In the Z, just a little bit. Okay, spacebar, drop the tool. Let's go to our basic tab and pick thicken. Now let's thicken this thing up like this. Now we need to go in, spacebar, drop the tool. Let's select these here. Let's go into our mesh edit, and we'll do a loop slice just to get this a little bit better a shape. And we'll do them along the end, like so. We'll do it along this end by selecting the polygons, selecting loop slice, and clicking. It's set to 10% on the edges. As you can see, both are 10%. Actually, this one ain't quite 10%. And mode's free, count of 2. Okay, now you can see what we got going on here. Let's go back in here. Let's go to our basic tab and let's create another little bitty cylinder like this. Let's bring it out. Let's rotate it. Actually, just drop the tool and we'll rotate it from here because that's the length that I want. rotate it 90 degrees, hit the W key. Now let's go over here and put this thing in there like this. Between here and there is what we want. I'm going to put it about in the center, like so. And if we spacebar drop the tool, if we hit Command C to copy it, and we paste it, and then hit the W key, I'm going to move it over here like this. Now when I back out of here, let's back out. Now you can see we have our little rotating things in there, and this speaker will rotate on this little thing here.